This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.
And yes, here we are up at Lime Rock Park with our favorite Corvette driver, Ray Zisa. Tell me, Ray, what's going to happen this weekend?
Okay, today is the famous Memorial Day weekend of racing. It's been something I've been coming here watching for years, and now I'm actually going to participate in it. I can't wait. Wow. This is probably one of my favorite tracks in the country. It's just a beautiful place to come. They call it Lime Rock Park because it is like a park here. It's beautiful. And the track is fun. It's fast. It's very technical. Like it a lot. It's a great place.
This car, tell me a little bit about your car here.
My car is a 1990 Corvette. It's an ex-World Challenge professionally built race car. It raced back in 1990 and 91 in World Challenge, and it actually won the championship in 1991. And I was actually, my company, Corvette Center, was a sponsor on this car back in those days, so I was involved with their racing.
Wow.
So many years later, I found the car, bought it. It's restored back to the way it ran exactly like it did back in the day, and I've been racing it successfully in vintage for the last about 9 years now.
Now, this is the first time you've had this car here?
No, I've raced here in SCCA previously, okay. but never with the vintage group that I raced with a lot.
Yeah, this vintage racing has become so huge. I can't get over the activity.
Yeah, it's been very, very popular. A lot of old retired racers come back and do this. We see some professional drivers, some very famous guys race with us. And a lot of guys that are now retired, very affluent, that can afford the bigger, faster cars, come back and race with us. I'm just one of the small guys, but I race just as hard as they do.
Well, I tell you, to be able to jump in a car like this on the Indianapolis 500 a weekend has got to be special.
Yeah, it's a big racing weekend all around the world. Even Monaco is racing today.
Even Monaco?
Yeah, actually, that's Sunday that's coming up, yep.
Hope for me yet.
Well, you can go there and film those guys.
Well, Ray, I'm going to tell you, we are so anxious to see how you get around this track. We heard a lot of great things about you, and I know you're going to bring this car around this track today.
Yeah, I got a lot of laps here, over 5,000 probably. So I have a lot of experience with this track. I can get this little car around pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the car is beautiful. I'll tell you keep it just like in the day, huh?
Yeah, try to. A little bit of work, but I try to.
Yeah. I bet you Junior can't wait to get his hands in this car.
Oh yeah, he's already drooling. He'll be here Saturday and Monday with me watching.
I've seen him in a go-kart, and boy, let me tell you, we're going to see a lot of him in the future, I think.
I hope so. I really do. Yeah, it'll be fun.
So you're going to have the whole family here this weekend?
Yeah, my wife will be here also. She'll be coming up to watch. Her first time ever seeing me drive.
Of course, we got our buddy Joe Riolio, too. He's coming, too, right?
Yep. And Liz Vintage Racing is about people just as much as it is about cars. There's a lot of good people involved. We really like it. A lot of fun.
You know, we come up here. It's like our favorite event in the year to go to a vintage event at Lime Rock.
Yeah. You see a lot of really great people here. It's a great place to come.
Yes, it is. Anyone, if you ever get the chance, please come up here. Labor Day weekend, it has a huge vintage event, you know?
Yeah, that's another really, really big one. Yeah, it definitely is.
So, I mean, today is special because this is abnormal to have a vintage event along with the Trans Am cars, right?
Yeah, it is. This is the very first time this has ever happened. It just so happens that the owner of our vintage group, SVRA, also owns Trans Am. So he combines the two units together and has one heck of a race. So there'll be a lot of people here. This is the biggest pre-sale of tickets they've ever had at this track. Wow. So there'll be a big crowd here.
Boy, he's got a lot on his plate, let me tell you.
He does. He actually was he was a vintage racer with us, was racing with us, and he ended up actually buying the organization and then expanding it from there. Very smart guy.
You know, if we run into it today, we'll have to have a little chat.
His name is Tony Perella. I'll be glad to try to introduce you to him, I'm sure.
A fellow Irishman, too.
Yeah, right.
Well, Ray, I want to know you're going to get this car ready. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, and we'll talk to you after you've been out there and see how the car's doing. Thank you, buddy. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Well, the time came for Ray to go out on the racetrack, and it was really a pleasure to see this number 4 Corvette out there. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, we just started. You just started practice here, and already this car looks like it's flying today. I can't get over. He's running used tires, and the car is running, looking like it's sticking like glue. And yeah, that number 4 Corvette's going to be a force to reckon with today. I can't wait to the race day. As you can see, this car is really running good, and he was with good company. Let me tell you, when you're out there, I mean, the people you're racing with and against are very special, and the class he's in is really unbelievable. He's racing with some really heavy hitters. As you go by here, you see different types of cars. There's the Jaguar. Boy, let me tell you, them cars really run. They set records with those cars. And you know, I see George Glass out there with that number 3 Corvette. Yeah, he's with some heavy hitters, and boy, let me tell you, I can't wait to talk to him when he gets in, because this car's running real good.
Yes, Ray, you just come back, and boy, that you're smiling. So
Yeah.
tell me, how's this car running today?
Boy, it's running exceptionally well. Probably has a little bit to do with the weather. It's kind of cool out, a little overcast, so that leaves a little more power to be made, a little more grip in the tires. Although I was sliding around, I think I turned my best time I've done here with this car so far. So I think we should get better from here. Should be awesome.
And these are used tires, right?
Yeah, these are my old tires. I use these for practice. We'll get a better set on, a newer set, probably tomorrow.
We may see a record lap for you here.
Well, for me already, I've already been faster as I've ever been in this car, yeah.
You look good out there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I passed a lot of cars. It was fun.
I couldn't believe how many cars are out there.
Yeah, they combined a bunch of groups together. This is basically a practice, so they got as many guys as they could in the groups. They fill it up pretty full and turn us loose.
Let me tell you, there was some heavy hitters in there out there with you.
Yeah, they put some really fast cars in our group. I think, but I only got past 2 or 3 times, so that's not too bad.
Not too bad, yeah. And I've been watching. I don't see no maintenance. This thing's like bulletproof.
Yeah, it runs pretty. It just runs and runs and runs. I'll check tire pressures. Maybe I'll change some brake pads tomorrow and some tires, but otherwise it just runs like a clock.
Just polish it up, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. They get mad at us for polishing the car so much.
Oh, it looks good, I'll tell you. I love the color of this car and everything. And this car, really one of my favorite cars.
Yeah, it stands out. The yellow actually was by design. The original owner, when he raced professionally, wanted the yellow car so that the other competitors could see it coming, and it showed up good on TV.
You know, oddly enough, the new Corvettes, you know, factory cars are yellow. I mean, evidently it caught on.
Yeah, I think actually it's the same reason, so that you could be seen on track and and avoid them when they're coming.
Well, Ray, I don't want to tie you up because I know you got to at least clean the car anyway.
Yeah, that's next.
But let me let you go,
Thank you.
we'll be watching next time out.
Great. Good
Thanks
to see
a lot,
you.
buddy.
Thank you.
Very good, buddy. Yes, we come across John Sheeting, who actually is doing some crew work for our buddy Ray. And tell me, how did this all come about, John?
Well, years ago, when I was looking for a Corvette, I went to Corvette Center, and Ray helped me buy my first Corvette. And then I bought my second Corvette from Ray. And one day, 6, 7, 8 years ago, he said, "Hey, going to go race at Watkins Glen. You want to go?" And I said, "Absolutely." So since that time, Ray and I have gone to Sebring, Indy, Watkins Glen, and now we're fortunate enough to be able to come race with SVRA at Lime Rock.
Wow. How many Corvettes you own now?
One real one and a few die-cast.
Oh, boy, okay. Is there hope for me yet then, huh?
Of course. And I know who can hook you up with a nice Corvette.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, when I go over there, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I don't know what to look at next.
I know, it is a candy store.
So you went to Sebring with him, huh?
We did, yep.
Yeah, he had a good weekend, too.
Excellent weekend. In fact, I don't want to brag about my driver, but usually he's either first or second.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of medallions from SVRA, and you get those when you win.
When you win.
He's very good.
Wow. We're going to watch him this weekend.
Oh, you're going to enjoy it.
And I think we're going to enjoy it.
I know you are.
Very good. I got to ask you a question here. You got
Sure.
a little Hummel Brothers.
Well, yes.
What's that all about?
Well, Hummel Brothers is a family-owned company in New Haven, Connecticut that makes the world's best hot dogs.
They do.
And I'm fortunate to work there. I've been there 7 years. And Hummel Brothers is the official hot dog of Lime Rock Park.
Wow.
So when you come up here to enjoy this great racing weekend,
Yeah.
or any racing weekend here, you can have a Hummel hot dog.
Well, they also race modifieds, don't they?
Absolutely true. John Hummel, one of the Hummel owners, owned a Whelen modified team for a number of years. The car was driven by Eddie Flemke Jr., who everyone knows.
We know Eddie. Let me tell
Yep,
you.
Hot Rod Flemke. And John's back in racing with the up at Stafford with the SK Series modifieds now.
Well, that's interesting,
So
huh?
there's a lot of connection between Hummel Brothers and auto racing.
Tell me, John, we ever going to get you behind the wheel in one of these cars?
I do track days. I don't do
Yeah.
races. But track days are about all I can do.
Ray teach you a little bit?
Yes, he did. He's taught me some very important things. The most important one is keep your car on a track.
Oh, yeah. All four wheels, right?
All four wheels, yes, yes. Very critical.
Yeah, we're so anxious to see Ray out in this car this weekend, believe me.
Yep, he's quite a driver.
Quite a driver.
He's taught a lot of guys how to drive.
Yep.
Because he does a lot of instructing here and at some other tracks,
Well, you
too.
never know. He may have to teach us, too, you know.
He'd be more than happy to.
I bet. I can't wait to see Junior, too, his son. Let me tell you.
That kid is fast.
I've seen him on the go-kart track.
I know, he's
and
fast.
believe me, he's...
He picks it up quick.
he picks it up quick, is right.
The genes got passed along.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got that right. Well, I know you guys are busy. I don't want to get in your way, and we're going to watch Ray when he goes out, and we're going to have some fun today, right, John?
We certainly
You
are.
got it, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, very good.
Boy, I tell you, there isn't a minute's rest. There's always Ray doing something or checking something. I mean, there's a reason why this car runs like it runs. That I'll tell you. And I just can't get over how clean they keep it. I mean, when you look at it, after they come in, they wipe it down. It looks like it never raced. Just absolutely gorgeous car. I have to say, they keep this Corvette spotless, and boy, it didn't take them long to get it cleaned up this time. Well, it came time for practice number 2, and as Ray was here getting ready, and boy, let me tell you, I was looking at the cars in his class. Boy, oh boy, he's got some heavy hitters he's going to be dealing with. But Ray, I'll tell you, today so far has looked very strong. As you will see when we get going here, that number 4 Corvette, boy, was right on his game. And yes, the green fluid, and boy, oh boy, it changed in a hurry as everybody had to hammer it down. And yeah, race number 4, boy, it looks like he's going to be a force to reckon with on race day. Let me tell you, that car was just handling, sticking good. Look at the cars in this class. I mean, those Jaguar SKEs, I mean, they are special, and they even got these 8 sedan Mustangs, and Boy, there's some heavy hitters here, without a doubt. Yeah, the traffic was getting thick, but I could tell Ray was creeping out little by little. He kept going further and further away. And boy, let me tell you, this practice session had some very interesting cars. I was surprised by the amount of Corvettes out there today. But let me tell you, the number 4 Corvette is really rolling today. As you will see as we go by a few more laps. A little sideways there with that Camaro. I mean, look at these Mustangs and Porsches. And let me tell you, the field is just loaded with fast cars. But I have to say this, that number 4 Corvette was just special. Just kept going and going, and looked like he was going to pull away from everybody. As you will see, in the end of the race, I think he went by, I don't know how many cars. Yes, sir, Ray, you got that thing rolling today, without a doubt. This good friend of Ray, George Glass, was wheeling a number 3 Corvette, and I'll tell you, that car was kind of getting better and better as the day went on. And here he is, this, and that number 3 Stingray. Absolutely beautiful car. As time went by, boy, let me tell you, it was getting more and more congested as Ray was just running through the field. Yeah, look at that, number 4 goal. And yes, he is certainly on his game. And tomorrow, race day, it is going to get very interesting. And yes, as the laps were winding down, and Ray was just, I'll tell you, just moving around all over the place. I didn't see anybody giving him a hard time as far as putting a lap time together, because that thing is really running. As you will see here, we're in the last few laps of the practice. I mean, he just ran away with everything. This car was on rails today, let me tell you. And the kind of cars he was racing, I mean, even vintage Trans Am cars were out there. There were some heavy hitters, that's for sure. Yeah, Ray. And boy, let me tell you, you put a lap together this time. Look at that number 4 Corvette go. Yeah, with the time running out and Ray still running hard as we put in the last lap, let me tell you, this car is on rails. I cannot wait till race day tomorrow.
Well, Ray, you come back in and you're not even sweating, man. What's going on here today?
Well, luckily, it's a nice cool day, so that makes a big difference. Those temperatures can get up to 130 degrees inside there. But today, I bet you we're under 100, so it's not bad at all. It's a nice cool day.
So you find that you learned anything this session about what's going on?
Yeah, getting a little bit of slippage through some of the corners. This track has got, I think, 5 right-hand turns and 1 left-hand turn. So my left front tire takes all the abuse from turning right all the time. So as I'm turning right, I could feel the tire slipping a little more as I went on through the session. So I think in between sessions, when things cool off, I'm going to switch my tires left to right and see if that makes a difference, see if I get any more grip in my right-hand turns.
That sounds like a great idea. Now tell me, engine-wise, running real good, huh?
Yeah, definitely running. It's cool weather, low humidity, cool weather makes power. It feels good.
I can't get over how cold it is here. I said, I can't. I thought it was summer. It evidently didn't come here yet.
That's okay. A little clouds. It's actually, like I said, it's good. It's good for us. It makes it comfortable in the car. You get more power, and you actually get a little more grip out of the track too.
Well, very good, buddy. We're going to wait and see what happens, and so far so good. Everything looks like thumbs up today, huh?
It is. Yeah, this car is running like a clock, like it always is.
Thank you, buddy. We'll catch you a little later.
See you
Take
later.
care.
Thanks.
Well, when you're having fun, time flies. We come to the conclusion of the show today. We certainly had a great time here as Ray's Corvette was really special. I cannot wait till tomorrow for the actual races. And boy, let me tell you, he will be a force to reckon with. Please tune in again this next week to our next episode on Racing Action Today.
This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.